Hello, my name is Anke. I recently volunteered with People and Places in the Gambia. I found People and Places through Harold Goodwin, basically, who published loads of articles on pro-poor tourism. So I recently done a master's in tourism environment and development, which developed my interest for pro-poor and responsible tourism, and the most published person in that is Harold Goodwin, who happens to be connected to People and Places. This is how I started looking into placement with People and Places. And after I had the initial contact with them via email, it became pretty clear that this is not going to be a smooth and easy ride to become a volunteer. So first I was told it might take up to 3 months to get approved to go volunteering, which I thought that is quite an unusual approach, and it almost put me off. However, they explained very well why it takes 3 months. And I believe that this is why the quality of the work they're doing in their destinations they're working is extraordinary, and why the right people are connected to the right volunteer spaces and places. So for example, in my case, I was inquiring if it's possible to write my dissertation with local people in the Gambia. And People and Places said, yes, of course we can do that, but before we even start thinking about that, we would like to know more about your life. So could you please send us your life story? And I thought, whoa, I'm 40 plus, that's going to be a long story. It took me probably a week to write my life story about what I like, what I don't like, what my biggest disappointments were, what my biggest skills are, and what an interesting task that was. And I guess everybody should sit down every now and again and write their life stories, because it also gives local partners in the destinations an idea about who you are. Because personality is also important, because especially in developing countries you will face loads of challenges. Like in my case, it was extremely hot in the Gambia during the summer, and you need a person who probably can deal with that and doesn't run away when the first challenge arises. Also, I found interesting that they needed a child protection certificate. So in my case, I'm German, so I had to get an approval of the German police that I have no previous conviction, which I thought would be easy, going to the German embassy and getting this piece of paper. No, it wasn't. So in my case, it took me 6 weeks to get this certificate. And again, it seems like this is all very difficult. However, knowing that this is a very, very, very important topic, that people who are exposed to children should be scanned very rigorously before they go, I think every volunteer company should work like that. And once you go through this whole process, you also realize that the more they know about you, the better they can match your skills with the existing project. So once I arrived in the Gambia, people knew me, and I had the feeling I knew them, because I also got lots of feedback from the Gambia, from the other side. Who am I going to work with? What challenges will arise? What sort of project we're doing together, in my case to develop my research for my master's dissertation. So really, it all made complete sense, and I'm still in touch with everybody I volunteered with. And I continue working with most of the people I met during my time in the Gambia, and with People and Places. So I just want to encourage you, if you choose a volunteer placement, please do choose the ones who have the most difficult application process, because they are the ones who will match your skills with local needs.